Now let's look at the final P, of place. This refers to the distribution of a product or the location of a service. It's important that customers can get hold of the product or service without too much difficulty. Otherwise, they may just buy a competitor's product instead. Location can prove to be difficult for new businesses. For example, a new shop would want to be in a prime location so there are lots of passers-by. The problem is that this location will be expensive and unrealistic for a business with lots of other costs to cover. So, a cheaper location is often used, but this means fewer passers-by and therefore lower sales potential. Another good example for location is theme parks or any other tourist attraction. A good question to ask would be, can tourists get there easily? A place like Alton Towers is in a fairly central location, whereas Creeley's in Somerset may be too far for people to travel who live further north in the UK. It's important to think about what place means to the business in your case study. Don't talk about distribution channels if it's a service, as this won't make sense. Okay, so what are distribution channels? They're ways in which products move from the manufacturer to the end consumer. Let's have a look at what choices a business has. Products can go directly from the manufacturer to the customer, or from the manufacturer to the retailer, or even from the manufacturer to the wholesaler, to the retailer, to the customer. You might hear wholesalers and retailers being referred to as intermediaries. A firm's choice of channel depends on different factors. For example, the ability of the manufacturer to carry out distribution. Some firms may not have the ability to move their products, and this is where an intermediary can help. The intermediaries may also market the products, and this can save the manufacturer costs. The type of product also affects distribution choices. More exclusive products will have a limited distribution. For example, Häagen-Dazs opted for limited distribution to increase the product's appeal, and Rolex watches can only be bought in particular outlets. A final consideration is distribution targets. Some firms have an objective of increasing distribution through certain outlets. If this is the case, intermediaries offering wider distribution networks may be used. Generally, the more intermediaries, the higher the final price to customers will be, as each intermediary will mark up the price so they can make a profit. Direct distribution from manufacturer to consumer is becoming increasingly popular due to internet shopping, with savings on distribution being passed on to customers via lower prices.